So I'm going to talk about and go over things that has probably fucked with me the most over this whole endeavor that I've been on. There are quite a few, but I'm going to focus on mainly the ones that hit the hardest. One, up front and foremost, without a doubt, is how backwards everything is here. It's truly baffling to me, and I can't comprehend it, and I don't know if I can get over it. Really, everything is so backwards. For example, we give entertainers make more than enough money, ridiculous amounts of money. We throw money away. People that actually deserve more money, such as nurses, teachers, police, firefighters, first responders, things of this nature, make very little, and then you add in the corruption that's going on here and how people just believe some of the craziest things ever. It's baffling to me. It's like people put money on a pedestal, people put power on a pedestal, and instead of working on making this place better for the whole, it's like people have got so greedy that they have went out and got caught in this trap and then went along with this trap, defending this trap and just accepting it. That's fucks with me more than anything. More than anything. How you have to pay to live, essentially. Again, it would be so simple just to give everyone a universal basic income, housing, food, electricity, water. And it would be so simple. I'm confused as to why we're not doing it. So this is fucking with me horribly. Horribly. That's up front and foremost. The 80% of my frustration and mind fuckery comes from that particular subject. 80% might be too large of a number, but it's well over 50 to 60%. Maybe 80% may be accurate, actually. So then the next thing that fucks with me is people do not think for themselves. So I was thinking about this, and this really fucked with me pretty hard, actually. I was thinking, why does no one think for themselves? Why do people just go along with things? Why do people just mimic and copy people and think that because X person said it, it has to be true, and that's going to sway my opinion, output, and etc. That fucked with me really hard. And then what fucked with me even harder was it hit me that it is very, 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 very hard for someone to have an original thought or idea here that has not already been put out there. It's like you're not doing anything sophisticated, really, no matter which way you go. So that fucked with me really hard because I realized, I was like, wait a second. Even though you've experienced these things, these weren't your first. You didn't come up with this. And it goes along with what other people have said. And so, even though, again, you can go out and experience some of the things I have talked about and what I'm doing, and I do think it's very important to be a better person, I want to create something entirely new, outside of the box. But the thing is, man, it's so fucking hard to do. It's like, think back and think of how many original ideas or thoughts that have came out from your mind or from out of your mouth that has not been in some way linked to something that someone else has said or something that you have been told or something you just believe. Now, I will make an exception if you've had the experience and that goes along with what other people say and do, then fine. But outside of that, man, it's it's a shit show, my friends. It really is, because like a lot of the things I've come to you and said, I've truly felt like a lot of them I came up with or I put my own spin on. And the more I think about it, it's just the same shit other people say. Maybe in a different way or with different nuances to it, but it's still I don't know. I would like to think that I came up with It's a game of form and the play of life. I'm just you talking to you, and so is everyone else. I would like to think I came up with that, but I don't know. Maybe someone else has said it before. I would like to think that I came up with, what do you think, something about the afterlife or heaven. Well, I'd rather make it happen here than bet on it being an after party. I'd like to think I did that, but maybe someone. It's a complete mind fuck that. It's like you're on auto. Again, it's like you're on autopilot and you're asleep and you're not fully in control of yourself sometimes here. And that's very fucking frustrating. Extremely frustrating, and it fucks with me pretty hard. So not only do people not think for themselves, but even when they do start thinking for themselves, it's still just a repeated fucking idea or something of this nature. There has to be some original shit left out here. I mean, it's infinite, the possibilities. So I just want to be original, and I want to be myself. The issue is I don't know how to truly be myself because I have been something else for the majority of my life. So that's something I fucking struggle with. Another thing that annoys me, that fucks me, really mind fucks me, is the division going on. I mean, it's people want to argue over a political party. They want to blame each other. One wants to blame the other wants to blame this one. People want to be stupid and fucking petty and senseless over skin color, over sexual preference, over how much money they have and this person don't have, over their opinions and beliefs on certain things. It really does not matter because it is just an opinion or a belief. It's a perspective. That's essentially what life is, reality is. It's a perspective. So, religion, I mean, shit far, man. We have, it's just mind-blowing to me, and it's just truthful what I'm saying. I don't mean to, if I sound judgmental or like an asshole, I'm not, but I'm just saying what I see. What I've observed about this place, no one thinks for themselves. People believe some of the craziest stuff ever, no matter which spectrum you're on the discussion or the debate. It is not logical, and then people want to use logic as like, well, this is logical. No, it's not. Nothing about this place is logical. Nothing about it's rational, but people want to act like it is. Nothing about it is, really. Like, it's mind-blowing to me, like, and none of it's accurate. None of it makes any sense. So we all supposedly started out one tribe, one color, one language. We spread out through a preposterous story, supposedly, and then through that new language, skin pigmentation, and all this, and it is the most preposterous story ever that I don't know how people buy into it. It's like no one knows what they're fucking talking about. History is inaccurate. There is no possibility it played out that way. Science is delusional in certain regards and theories. Religion is just preposterous. And spirituality is ridiculous on certain levels. So, and I fell into these traps, my friends. Like, I really had to have a long talk and a long... I hit a pretty big low recently, and I had to think about some of these things and just the madhouse I feel that this is, and I don't understand it, and it's really fucked with me. It really has, because all these things on their own are bad enough, but when you compile them all together, it makes it even it just makes it even worse. All I would want for, and I surely would hope this is what everybody else would want, is to bring peace to earth, heaven to earth, fix the system in play, and enjoy life. But we need to do it. So while we're arguing over which God's correct, what color this person is or that person is, how much money they have, if they like men or women, if they are a male or female, and what opinion they have, and we're continuously arguing and being stupid and criticizing and judging and having some virtue or self-moral high ground, feeling like we have, that it has left a sour taste in my mouth, to say the very least. And then add in on top of all this, right? All this that I mentioned to you, you add in on top of it that you don't know really how, like, this is, I truly fucking believe that this is not real. So, and that hits at you when you get caught in all these traps and all these things, and you have all these emotions. And then when you pile in on top of it, well, what the fuck? Is this even real? Is this really a dream? Am I in a fucking video game right now? A virtual reality game? Am I in a movie or a play? Or what the fuck really is going on? Or are we in... I don't know, my friends. I don't know. I fully get that I may sound crazy, especially, well, all of that should not have sounded crazy. But then you get to that last part, and it's, don't know if this is real. What the fuck are you talking about? That sounds crazy. It's not crazy. Seriously, question reality deep enough, and or go take some psychedelics, and tell me how real this seems after that. I mean, who the fuck is Blake Ratliff? And then we have all these things like God and Jesus and Buddha and evolution and the Big Bang, and it's just all nonsense stories, man. It really is. This is a fucking madhouse. It's a madhouse. We need to fix it. The content is so fucked at this point that it's just fucked. I'm just deadly serious when I say that I would like to get this shit fixed, or I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I hate to be like that and sound like that, but I don't know how much longer I can deal with this shit. It's just too much, man. It's too much chaos, too much backwards bullshit, too much corruption, too much division, too much just, it's just too much. But these are things that have fucked with me pretty hard. Now, there are other things that I could bring up that's fucked with me, but those are the main points, the hitting points. And then when you take in all of this, add in that, and then add in on top of it the fact that you are... I have evolved. I have, tried to become a better person. Became a better person. I've tried to stop the stupid shit I was doing, but it hurts really bad when all along the way that you were struggling to do this, it feels like a death and rebirth process over and over. You look back and realize you have been miserable the majority of the time. Like, those highs were great, but the lows were very fucking low, and the lows were far more than the highs. And then you add other things in on this, and it's just, it's too much, man. It's too much. And then it really mentally fucks you when you realize that bad gets rewarded versus good here. It's true in many regards. You get rewarded more for being bad, doing negative things, than you do for being positive and doing good things. And that's kind of just a smack in the face, man. And I understand I'm coming across as negative right now, and I'm coming across as boo-hoo, but it's just how I feel. And I truly, truly, truly hope the shit gets better, because I'm about at beyond my breaking point, in all honesty. So, I love you guys. It's just a game of form and the play of life for eternity. I am talking to you, and so is everyone else in this reality. So please wake up and let's fix this shit show. Please.